Good morning. Hope you're having a good start to the day. So I want to talk about the why of low content books. What do I mean by the why? Why are you doing them? You see, if you don't have a why, if you don't have a reason, something to motivate you to produce books, to produce print on demand products, in fact, to do any sort of online business, then you're going to find it very difficult. Then you're going to find it very difficult to continue on your path to making money. Now, if you go to a forum like money making forum, making money online forum such as Warrior Plus, you'll find lots of people there who want to make a huge amount of money in a short period of time. But the only thing they're doing is wasting their time. Because yes, it's possible. There are people that reportedly do it, make a lot of money in a short period of time. Whether those stories are true, it's difficult to ascertain. But it's a bit like winning the lottery. You know, there are people that win the lottery and make a huge amount of money in a short period of time. But the number of people to whom that happens is very small. And it's a bit like making a lot of money online in a short period of time. Because most things have already been done online. Most business models, most money-making schemes online have already been done. But if you could come up with something completely original that no one else has done, that has the potential to make money, yes, it's certainly possible, but very, very unlikely. The odds are probably similar, if not less, than winning the lottery. So my advice would be to stick to the conventional means of making money, proven and tested methods. Low content books are one such thing. Creating print on demand products, t-shirts, hats, vests, hoodies. Amazon provides you with a platform to do that. Also, you could write short stories. I did that about 5 or 6 years ago, and actually made quite a decent income. And in fact, it was a very good income. Within about 4 to 5 months, I was making about £3,500 a month, which was about $5,000 a month. However, Amazon changed the way they paid their royalties, and for many people that were writing short stories, even normal novels, suddenly found their income drop and the model no longer worked. So that's also a warning to you with any sort of online business. Actually, with any sort of business, it's never 100% reliable. There are always things that can happen. Take for the moment this coronavirus scare. There's going to be businesses that couldn't possibly have predicted this was going to happen, and it could cause a severe downturn in their profits, even make some businesses go bust. These are unforeseen circumstances that you can't prepare for. But to do a lot of these online businesses, you need to persist at it. It needs to be continuous. It needs to be a grind. You need to be working at it day after day in order for it to succeed. Now, I've seen in some low content book groups, forums, people writing in saying, it's my first month, I've produced 20, 30 books, but I've only sold 1 or 2. Is this normal? Well, yes, it is normal. You've not produced enough books. They may not be good enough quality. You're spreading your net over a small area. So the chances of you making money at that stage is very slim. You've got to have more of a long-term outlook. And in order to achieve that over long term, you need the motivation. You need something that's going to motivate you. You need your why. Now, there's a book written by Simon Sinek. I'll put the link down below on that very thing. Finding your why, finding your motivation. Why do you want to do something? Because if you don't have that, it's going to be very difficult for you to continue on any project, on any venture. Now, for me, my why do I do these low content books? Why did I choose this as my business model? Well, I wanted to create a long-term sustainable business. A business that could replace my regular income. And it already has done that to a certain extent. I mean, in my normal job, I work about 1 day a week now. Prior to doing these books, it was about three days a week, sometimes 4. But now it's just 1. So it replaces a good chunk of my regular income. Overall, my monthly income is less than, say, 2 years ago, but I'm happy with that because I know that it gives me more time. Got slightly less money, but more time to pursue this business and also to look at other money-making ideas, such as investing. I do a lot of investing in dividend-producing companies, which I'm happy to go into if that's a popular theme that people would like to hear about. And that's in order to produce an income, a passive income, which adds to the notebook income. But what you do with your money and how you use it is entirely up to you. That's what I choose to do with mine at the moment. So my motivating factors were to produce a long-term income, to produce an income that was not wholly, but substantially passive, to allow me to do other things. I didn't want a business where I had to turn up and do all the work myself each day, because in that way, I'm just creating a job for myself. I'm just exchanging my time for money, and it's not really scalable. Things about a lot of online businesses like print on demand, merch, low content books, no content books, is that these are scalable. And you're using the leverage of a company like Amazon that has such a wide worldwide reach. And so you put in the time, and that time continues to produce you income month after month, year after year. So to produce a long-term sustainable income, in 3 years' time I can receive my pension. So I'm looking to augment my pension income with the money I earn from this. And I'm looking at 3 years ahead. I'm not looking at 2 months ahead, 3 months ahead, trying to make a large amount of income. I'm looking at 3 years, and I'm happy to put the grind in, to put the work, the consistent work at this for the next 3 years to produce a sizable, sustainable income. I'm hoping to quit my job completely before then, and also to have built up a reasonable portfolio of shares providing a dividend income. Another reason why I do this business is because I enjoy it. I enjoy the marketing side of it. I enjoy the graphic design, the actual producing of the interiors and the books. I'd say that 90% of my books, 95% of my books, I produce all the interiors myself. Now, I've discussed Tangent Interiors, and they are fantastic. They provide a lot of interiors. My son's also doing this notebook business, and he's recently invested in Tangent Templates, and he's gaining some success from those. But I produce all my own interiors to try and make my books as original as possible. And I enjoy doing that. And that's why I do that. I enjoy the design process. It gives me satisfaction. Another why is that I wanted to create something whereby I've earned an income off my own means, rather than just turning up at a job, working for someone else, being told by someone else what to do, and making a profit for them. It's something that I've can build myself and be proud of. And that for me is also a strong motivating factor. So you need to think about your motivating factors, your whys. Why do you want to do this business? Because without it, you're going to find it very difficult to persist. And it's those that are consistent over a long term that are going to be the winners in this game, or any other business game for that matter. Some people decide to start their own business because they want to buy something, maybe a house, maybe a car. They want to save up for something. Maybe that they've got debts to pay off. Again, like me, maybe they want to start a business, want to replace their regular income, want to just have an outside interest that produces an income as a bonus. There are lots of different reasons, but you need to have that motivating factor. You need to have your own why. Why are you doing this? Think about it carefully. And that may change. And that may depend on where you are in life. For me, as I approach retirement age, it's to produce an income well into retirement. On a side note, I think the whole notion of retirement is a bit of a fallacy, because I don't mean retirement as in I need an income so that I can put my feet up, watch television all day, go out and play a few rounds of golf. When I talk about retirement, I mean quitting a full-time job, quitting going out, doing the 9-to-5 grind, working for someone else, earning money for someone else. Because I think eventually the whole notion of retirement will disappear. I think the idea of, 1 month you're working, 1 month you're not, and then spending the rest of your life doing nothing, I think that's going to disappear. And I think it's important to have the outlook of, well, I'm going to continue working. I'm going to continue working for as long as I can, doing something that I enjoy, because it doesn't really feel like work. And in that way, you can continue to create an income. You can keep the mind active, which is important. Most people just fester and dumb down when they retire and stop living. So when I talk about retirement, I don't mean just stop working and doing nothing. I mean, it's more or less changing careers, going from a 9-to-5 job career into a self-employed business, working for myself career, which is something you could do for as long as you want, particularly if a lot of the income is passive. I think if you're transitioning into a job or into a business where you're having to turn up every day, work long hours, and has very little scope for scaling or outsourcing, I think that could create a problem as you get older. And other stages in life, you could be at the stage where you're trying to afford a deposit for a house or an apartment, or you're wanting to make money to invest into another business. Whatever age you are, people have different priorities, different needs. So that can be part of your why, can be part of your motivating factor. So my suggestion for you today, my takeaway message, my task for you is just to think about, why do you want to do this? What's your motivating factor? And is it strong enough to keep you going through the hard times? Because like any business, you will experience hard times. You'll experience those months when sales drop. You may find that the income is not getting to the level where you want after 1, 2, 3 months. But you need something to motivate you, to get you through those times. Because eventually, if you do persist, I promise you, you will see a return. I mean, take this year, for example. If you can continuously produce low content books, no content books of decent value, I don't mean the spammy books, such as, uploading 1,000 dot grid journals, all with slightly different covers, and then using those same covers on graph journals or no content books, because that won't get you anywhere, I promise you. I see it all the time. And you see those books, they appear on Amazon, and then eventually they just disappear into the bowels of Amazon, along with all the other shit that's down there. But say this year, if you would continue doing what you're doing, producing books, creating the content, uploading, thinking up some good ideas, uploading, by the time you get to October, which is the start of Q4, you'll start to see a dramatic increase in your income. Now, you're probably not going to do that with 20, 30, 40 books. If you listen to a lot of people that are successful at doing this or creating an income, they have a couple of thousand books, a few thousand books. And depending on how much time you've got and your skills, it may take you a year to get to that level, or 18 months, or even shorter if you really work at it. I'm not saying it's not possible to make a good income out of, a dozen books, particularly if you come up with a good strong niche where there's a high demand and you spend time on producing a really good quality cover and interior and market it effectively. Then you could do it on a lot less books. But you still, to get to even that level, you need to put in the grind, you need to get the experience, you need to learn the skills, what works, what doesn't, learn some marketing skills. And that all comes gradually. As you start to produce the books, you'll start to realize, well, this doesn't work, that works. You start to see a pattern, and you can only get that pattern through experience. But if you were to persist now, doing what you're doing, creating, come Q4, you will start to make serious money. And then you can use that to invest in your skills, invest in some tools that makes the whole creation process a lot easier. But I know a lot of you will give up, and that's a fact. So don't be one of those people. Think of why you really want to do this, something that will motivate you. If it's something you need to purchase, get a picture, put it up on the wall, look at it every day. Think about the reason why you're doing this. Because I don't want any of you to quit, because this whole online business thing can work for you. You just got to do it. You just got to persist at it. So that's it for now. Slightly different format to my other videos, but I hope you enjoy it. If you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and also double click that bell to get notifications when I produce the next video. So that's it for now. Speak to you again soon. Bye-bye.